Guys, here we go again. Japan is changing again, really. So here are 6 things that will change the way that you travel in Japan, or at least some insights to help you better be prepared. Anyway, let's start with the one that I hate talking about the most. Oh, how I hope this doesn't spread. I've just seen something infuriating. A Japanese restaurant chain has introduced tip boxes. Yes, in Japan, specifically Gyukatsu Motomura restaurant, which is a popular beef cutlet chain with 24 branches. It now seems to be encouraging foreign tourists, like you and me, to drop tips into a clear plastic box next to the register labeled in big, friendly English, "Tip box, thank you." And yes, they've already filled them up with 1,000 bills and even foreign cash. Why is this happening and why do I have a problem with this? Well, apparently foreign tourists have been trying to tip the staff directly, despite the fact that tipping is simply not a thing in Japan, guys. It's not offensive to do, but it's just weird as no one expects it, and restaurant staff are generally confused when it happens. But rather than continuing to politely decline and maintain Japan's proudly non-tipping culture, Motomura decided to add a tip box. And according to them, it's about managing obligations because tips are technically taxable income in Japan, and most staff have their taxes handled by the employer. But this is my problem, okay? Let's be honest, this is a slippery slope. It's one thing for tourists to not understand the culture and offer tips, and it's another for restaurants to start normalizing the practice because once a box is there, it invites tipping. Tourists will assume that it's expected. Locals will feel awkward or even pressured to tip. And suddenly, we're on our way to a 2-tier dining system where foreigners inflate their experience and locals pay the price, literally. Now, I understand that some of you come from tip culture countries, but it's important to know that Japan's restaurant culture works precisely because tipping isn't a part of it. Prices are set fairly, staff are paid a proper wage, and good service is standard, not something that you have to buy with a tip. So bring in tipping into the mix and the entire dynamic shifts. Wages might stagnate, I don't know, menu prices might creep up, and service may become inconsistent. This is a problem, depending on who looks more generous. So does that mean that I'm going to get better service because I'm dressed better? Does it mean that I'm going to get better service because I look richer? You know what I mean? And before you say it's only one chain, don't go crazy, Ninja Monkey Nathan. Let's not forget how tipping, although optional in other countries, seems to now be social obligation, even for mediocre service. So this might seem like a small thing, a little box, a few banknotes, but culturally it's massive. It chips away at one of the best parts of eating out in Japan: transparent pricing, professional service, and zero awkwardness at the end of the meal. Japan's no tipping culture isn't broken. Let's not fix it. Let Japan be Japan, okay guys? Okay, number 5. This one is amazing. I wanted to follow up with something positive because I honestly didn't think things could get any better than this one. It's a win for all tourists and one that I hope does actually spread. Tokyo Metro is launching a new baggage storage locker service called Tokyo Met Locker Plus at Oshiage Station on the Hanzomon line as from late May, so basically now, with the service gradually expanding to 20 stations over time. This is the kind of thing that just makes you realize how Japan is a king of convenience. So here's how it will work. In addition to regular temporal storage like a normal locker, the new service will also deliver stored baggage to the designated hotel in Tokyo, with pre-booking available for this service. So if you store your baggage in the locker until 2 p.m, it will be delivered to one of Tokyo's approximately 500 hotels by 7 p.m. on the same day. Now, the cost of this hotel delivery service varies depending on the size of the locker, ranging from 1,900 to 2,800 yen. Talk about convenient sightseeing. Yes, please. Okay guys, are you subscribed? It's amazing how many of you watch my videos thinking that you actually are, but you're not. In fact, 81.1% of viewers are not subscribed. It's only one click and it's the ultimate appreciation And oh my God, I can only imagine what would happen if the 81% of you did actually subscribe. Number 4. Okay, just for informational purposes, but this one won't really come as a surprise, but there's been another tourism record set this past April with 3.9 million tourists visiting Japan. That's a massive 28.5% jump compared to the same time last year. Cherry blossom season, Easter holidays, and a weak yen have made Japan incredibly affordable, with travelers from all over, especially Asia, Europe, the US, and Australia, flooding the country. And this isn't just a one-off. In the first 4 months of 2025, Japan has already welcomed 14.4 million visitors. Crazy to think that Japan's government is aiming for 60 million annually by 2030. I won't bore you with more over-tourism talk, we've already heard this before. Cities like Kyoto and others are feeling the pressure, but the numbers show that tourism still makes a lot of sense for Japan. Just look at this year. This year's cherry blossom season alone was worth a whopping 1.1 trillion yen. That's about $7.3 billion, nearly double last year's figure. Number 3, complaints. Yes, tourists complaining about Japan. It's a thing. Japan is smashing tourism records, but not everything is sakura and sushi. A recent survey showed that 48.9% of tourists had complaints. And whilst most love the trip, a few common issues keep popping up. I did cover this in a previous video with a deep dive that you might want to check out. But for those of you who missed it, the number 3 complaint was overcrowding. Yes, tourists surprisingly expecting to be the only ones at popular spots. Want peace? Well, go off the golden route. Seriously, there's more to Japan than Kyoto and Shibuya. Number 2, the language barrier. Yes, it's true that English isn't guaranteed, especially outside of big cities. And if I was you, I would actually come prepared with pocket Wi-Fi or an eSIM and a few key phrases. I've actually got affiliate link with Sakura Mobile, so if you're planning on getting data, you can also help the channel, this small channel, out at no additional cost to you. And the number 1 complaint was no bins anywhere. This one I actually sympathize with. You'll walk for miles and miles and miles with your trash. It's cultural, locals take theirs home. My advice, bring a bag and get used to it, or simply find a bin at a konbini or a train platform, if you're lucky. Just remember that Japan is amazing, but it's not just built for only tourists. Okay, here's a warning. Take this one as you wish. There's an unfounded rumor claiming that a mega earthquake and tsunami will hit Japan, very specifically on July the 5th, 2025, and it's gone viral, so much so that it's actually making people cancel their trip to Japan. This rumor started with an old manga by Ryo Tatsuki, who claimed to predict disasters through dreams, including this supposed July 5th catastrophe. I've actually made a full video breaking it all down, where it came from, why it spread, and what the real science says. If this rumor has been in your feed, or you're unsure whether to still travel to Japan this summer, give it a watch. But let me make it clear, earthquakes cannot be predicted. Japan's top scientists and disaster experts have shut this rumor down hard. And yes, there's a long-term risk of a major quake somewhere in Japan in the next 30 years. Not next month, not next year, in a 30-year window. If that makes you nervous, honestly, Japan might not be the best place for you anytime in the next 30 years. Number 1, this one is sort of important for those of you traveling to Universal Studios Japan, because ticket selling at on-site booths has been terminated and will expand to only online selling. Tickets can be purchased on its official website, convenience stores, Lawson partner hotels, and some travel agencies. And an important reminder to get those tickets well in advance, 2 months to be exact if I remember right, as you really don't want to miss out, especially on getting an express pass. And I'll leave a handy affiliate link with Klook just in case you need tickets and want to help the channel out in that way too. So as Japan continues to change, I'll continue to update you with meaningful travel information and updates to help you plan your perfect Japan trip. And if you found this video interesting, then check out my playlist for all these videos related to planning a trip in Japan, itineraries, tips, and more. Stay positive and be a happy gaijin. See you. Bye.